Hello, we're going to talk about the bathroom specifically over the next few minutes, which is the area of my focus. The bathroom arguably is the most important room in the home for staying at home long term. And it's also a critically important home for anyone of any age or physical stature. For longevity at home, it's about fall prevention and maintaining personal hygiene. These two things are interconnected in the bathroom specifically. The surfaces can be slippery, cold, and hard. So the opportunity for a catastrophic fall definitely exists within the bathroom. There are two main categories of bath modifications. One would be a full remodel, and this is when you would have typically a licensed contractor who would permit the project, and this is going to entail opening walls, perhaps relocating plumbing, perhaps relocating electrical. The other broader category would be more of an upfit. Now this can run the gamut from being simply installing a few support bars to a more encompassing upfit. An example I would offer is it's possible to have a contractor come in and very conceivably in one day change out all your bath accessories to make them weight-bearing bath accessories. We will show you in the background some examples of that, but this might be a tissue paper holder, a towel bar, a shampoo shelf, etc., that are actually weight-bearing fixtures. They don't look like grab bars, but they function that way. The other thing that could be done is to apply a slip-resistant floor covering. This is a clear material. It's an epoxy material that can be painted on or rolled on any bathroom floor surface, wet or dry, to enhance the slip resistancy, the tactileness of the surface. It goes on clear, it dries clear. Bathroom ventilation, which people really often don't understand the true value of proper ventilation in the bathroom. A bath vent fan could possibly be changed out without having to pull a permit, as long as your duct work is there to an existing vent fan. Things like bidet seats, that might sound a little bit strange, but the prevalence of bidet seats or the popularity of bidet seats has really escalated during the COVID period. And frankly, to be candid, they are superior in providing hygiene. All those types of things I just rattled off could be done by a contractor typically in one day. I want to address just a few things as far as future-proofing the bathroom. Now, future-proofing, what I'm referring to here, these are considerations. If you're thinking about a bathroom for yourself or for a loved one, considerations. If you're doing a full remodel, blocking in the wall. And an example of that would be here, where we're showing plywood. It is behind the finished sheathing or covering. We've used 5/8" plywood behind this material all the way around. So this gives us the ability to come back and add a grab bar or a fold-up shower seat or a bath accessory or a hand shower slide bar now or in the future because we have this material in the wall. There are other versions of this. There is a rot-proof, mildew-proof material. It's a PVC material that can be used in lieu of the plywood. There are showers on the market that come with the wood already embedded in the walls of the shower. It's kind of like a bath in the box where your contractor demos back to the studs and applies these wall panels directly to the studs. And that is definitely a universal design feature, because now you can come back and add now or in the future support devices to suit the bather, the height and location to suit the bather. Consideration for electrical outlets. I mentioned a bidet seat a minute ago. These bidet seats can be retrofitted onto almost any existing toilet. They wash, they dry, they do the full cycle as far as personal hygiene. And the one thing you need though is an electrical outlet within 42 inches of the back of the toilet to plug it in. They actually create their own warm water for washing. So all that's needed is an electrical outlet. The toilet, while we're talking about that, the toilet area is a very important area for support. So if the walls are open around the toilet, placing blocking in the walls is an important and wise thing to do, because now in the future you can come back and there are all sorts of fold-up support devices, bath accessories that are weight-bearing, etc., that could be added around the toilet. These are accessible baths, commonly referred to as walk-in tubs. These products have gotten really quite popular because some of the biggest manufacturers in the plumbing industry have started highly promoting these products. They're not inexpensive, they're pretty expensive, but they can be brought in and retrofitted. There are tubs where the doors swing out, which allows for a transfer. You don't walk into these tubs, you sit down into them. And then there are tubs where the doors swing inward. Those are the ones that you step up into and actually walk into. Shower seating. Flip back over here. It makes sense, we think, to have the option to sit as you bathe, regardless of what age. You can be a professional athlete, a weekend hiker, gardener, etc. We've all twisted our ankle, tweaked our knee, had some sort of surgery to one of our legs. The ability to sit as you bathe simply makes sense. It also can be very relaxing. I'm going to shift to this seat. I know most showers don't have 2 seats, but for purposes of display, this sort of setup allows you to actually sit while you bathe and have a comfortable, relaxing shower seat. I hope you can tell that some of these fixtures that are in the backdrop don't look like grab bars. There's a whole array, a whole world of product out there, and a growing number of products where they're purposely focusing on design to make it a softer look, more appealing look, but still have the functionality of a grab bar. So this fixture is a weight-bearing bar. This little corner shelf is a weight-bearing bar. The little crescent bar that's used as an armrest for this seat is weight-bearing. And you notice they also come in different finishes. Okay, we want to show you a few examples of weight-bearing bath accessories, a few other examples. Here we have tissue paper holders that are weight-bearing. This is the Wave Bar. It comes in 18, 24, and 36 inches in length. It could be installed vertically or horizontally. Here we're showing a shampoo shelf. It is a grab bar. And the valve ring. The valve ring goes around a shower valve, so as you stand and adjust the temperature and the pressure, you have something to hold on to right in proximity to the shower valve. Next, I'd like to speak about converting tub areas to shower areas, which is done all across the United States now. The 60-inch tub pocket is the most universal architectural space in any home in the U.S. By that, what I mean is, from stud to stud, the space, we've been framing them around the 60-inch tub for decades. I'm willing to bet that most of you watching have at least one of these spaces in your home. That gives us a bullseye because there's a lot of product on the market and more coming on market that allows you to take your bathtub, pull it out, and convert it to an accessible, updated, low-maintenance shower. This is one example. This is a barrier-free, roll-in shower base. The shower base sits right on the subfloor. This is wood, but it could be concrete. And you can see the tile would come in and occupy that space so that your change of level is from the top of the tile to the top of the threshold. That's the most relevant measurement. The shower base itself is designed, and there are many products like this on the market, so that the drain is located where your tub drain would be. Excuse me. That's critically important because now the installer does not have to relocate the drain. If you're in a rental property or a condominium, you're not going to be able to relocate the drain because your ceiling, one person's ceiling is another person's floor. So making sure that you get product that realigns with the existing drain is very important in remodeling. And happily, there's a lot of it on the market where the drains will relocate, so that it does not have to be changed. A low threshold step-in shower. It's only about 2 5/8 inches in height. Again, here's the subfloor, so the tile would come in and occupy part of the space. So you have a very low transition to get in and out. This is a classic example of a tub replacement pan. The drain is lined up where a tub drain would be. So this can retrofit where an existing bathtub would have been located. This display, this material on the wall will end up being on this side of the studs. And I want to point this out because there's a lot of product like this on the market. It's an alternative to tiling. You can see this as a subway tile pattern, and they come in different colors, different designs. It is a sheet molded compound product that can be cut in the field to fit the alcove. Some of the advantages are that it's very low maintenance. You can squirt to clean it, no grout lines, waterproof. And it is glued typically to a substrate material. We talked about the plywood. I'm going to show you an alternative substrate material in just a second. So we'll go to this next shower vignette. Here we have an even lower threshold shower. This is only 1 inch and another subfloor. Here we're showing the concept that a ramp could be added potentially. So this pan could be installed with tile. But then later, it would be possible, if needed, to come back and add a product like this. This is actually recycled tires, and there's a special adhesive that would glue this down. It can be trimmed or cut in the field by the contractor. Here's the Carrara marble design, and I will show you the blocking that we've used here. This is PVC material, so it's completely rot-proof, mold and mildew proof. And it's thick enough that we have been able to mount the shower seat and the bars. We can come back and add anything we want in this alcove whenever we need to, because it's fully blocked. There's more and more of this type of product coming on the market. The key, I would say, is to make sure you have sufficient blocking behind it so that you do have the option of adding bars and seats, etc. It's possible to add a hand shower. If you don't have one, it's very easy to add a hand shower to an existing bathroom. The vertical bar, and you see these, they're very prevalent in plumbing fixture showrooms these days. But most of these bars are made of plastic or tubular metal. They're not weight bearing. In a slip fall situation, the person who's losing their balance is probably going to reach for the vertical bar before they would reach for a horizontal bar. It makes sense that this bar be weight bearing, and all these are weight bearing. You can release the pressure, and this can move up and down. The hand shower can be pitched, it can be swiveled, and you can anchor it in like that. But then if you need it, this is also a weight bearing device. I'd strongly recommend that if you want a hand shower slide bar, that this be weight bearing. I want to shift gears for a second and address sort of a common misconception. ADA, the American Disabilities Act, is sort of the standard word that's often used in the category we're talking about today, but it's a commercial code. It applies to commercial structures. It's not a residential code. That doesn't mean that some of the ADA standards can't be applied to residential, but I just want to point that out. ADA does not certify products. They don't approve products. It's a strict code. A product could be ADA compliant, but that does not mean that ADA has certified the product. Universal design is about developing the bathroom as it pertains to bathrooms. It's about designing a bathroom that will function for people of all ages, size, and abilities. But it also opens up, as you can tell, the products we've been talking about are very modifiable. I think that's an important point. If you are going to do a full bathroom remodel, there are ways it can be done so that that environment can be adapted in the future. Future-proofing, again, space, where you can come back and add a bar or device where you need it. In closing, I just want to make a couple comments about working with contractors. In today's world, contractors are very busy. Frankly, it's sometimes hard to get time and attention of a contractor. One suggestion I would have is that you source a CAPS certified contractor. That stands for Certified Aging in Place Specialist. Many contractors these days have gone out and gotten their CAPS certification. That's a great start because it means they have empathy for the category, they have some base knowledge of the category of universal design and aging in place. Next, it always helps if you do a lot of your own homework to familiarize yourself with the products, with some of the price levels of the product, and that you know the budget that you want to spend. And as you do your homework, and then you develop the scope of work, where you know exactly what it is you would like done. That simplifies the equation for the contractor. That makes it easier for them to come in, analyze the situation, and give you an accurate bid as to what it's going to cost. If you don't do that, they have to do all that upfront work in order to bring you an accurate bid. But the more organized you are, the more you can demonstrate to the contractor you know what you want, you know what the project is, the easier their task becomes. There are other contractors, and a growing number of them, who specialize in the category. These are contractors who do home modifications and bathroom remodeling for accessibility. A growing number, there's a number of franchise businesses and a growing number of them in most communities that specialize in this category. They will have the name accessibility or mobility in their name frequently. So I appreciate your attention and time today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rob. Can you talk a little bit just quickly about a tiled shower and how that might look? I think you have one right behind you.
Great. Thank you, Kelly. Yes. So the issue with tile is, and the reason that you don't see many curbless tiled showers is that a conventional tile shower requires depth. And to construct one in an existing home, traditionally would require the contractor to go in and cut, notch, shave, or lower the structural floor joist. That's a big deal. Frankly, it's against building code to do that without an engineer. So that's one reason, one hurdle or block to doing it. The product has been developed and has come on the market in the last 10 years, specifically for eliminating the shower curb and creating a true curbless tile shower environment. These products typically have a platform or shower base that's very thin. It's only 7/8 of an inch in thickness. And the short story of this is the contractor cuts the subfloor out. The 3/4 inch, typically plywood or OSB subfloor comes out. That exposes the joist, and the shower base comes in and sits on top of the joist. And then it's waterproofed on top, and you tile directly to the waterproofing. It's modifiable for custom dimensions. It gives the bathroom a very upscale look. There's nothing handicapped in appearance about it. And it checks all the boxes for accessibility, for balance, aging in place in the shower area.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.